Yo, yo, what up? What up? Javier Capacetti in the house. What's going on? All right, folks. So, as you can see, I'm not in the studio today. I'm at Twin Peaks in Hollywood. So, if you're ever down by this area, definitely come out, check out Twin Peaks. But we're here for something else. We're here to talk with Nick Shaheen, lead trader from the Benzinga Options Inner Circle chat room. This guy's killing it all freaking day there. Trades, education, a whole bunch of stuff. Star Lord, what's up? Everybody that's on the YouTube chat, say hello. Be polite, have some manners. We're gonna have Nick coming in here. I think he's coming from the live session. So he's basically Monday to Friday in the Inner Circle chat room from 9 to 5, and then Sundays from 10 to 1. So if you are, what's up, Tabby? So if you are part of the Inner Circle chat room, put a 1 in the chat. We got Jim Cruz in the house. What's up, dude? Always, you never miss one of these sessions, man. So we're gonna have Nick here in a little bit. He's still in the chat room. We can't get him off there, but he like on schedule. He's there Monday to Friday, again 9 to 5, and Sundays 10 to 1. He is gonna he's gonna pop in here with us, and we're gonna be talking about trade ideas, education, options education, technicals, a whole bunch of stuff, market analysis. We're gonna talk about Microsoft earnings. These guys are tanking. They had terrible earnings, revenue miss expectations. There's a lot of things happening in the market right now that you can't ignore. So we got Doug. What up, Doug? Matthew from Ireland. So everybody, just let me know where you're tuning in from. Right? I already told you I'm in Hollywood, Florida. Um, Matthew is in Ireland. So just so that we can get a sense of where everybody's from, it's typically like all over the world, but just so that we can get a sense where everybody is tuning in from, right? And we're gonna have Nick Shaheen here in a little bit. I'm gonna go put my air horn here. Let's go. And we should have Nick popping in here any second. In the meantime, let me go ahead and share the chat room because he might be there. All right, so Cayo, what up, dude? Star Lord, Illinois. Javier from Argentina. Morali, Costa Rica. Phil from Seattle. Cayo from Miami. Yo, I'm in Miami, dude. Hit me up. What's up? You should come check out the Twin Peaks. It's amazing. They always help me out here when I have to do like a session. By the way, Xfinity, AT&T, all these internet companies suck. I would definitely short them to zero because they're all really bad. That's why I'm here at Twin Peaks doing this today. So you know, um, I am from Hong Kong. Is that Hong Kong, brother? HK. What time is it there, bro? Shouldn't you? It's kind of late, right? What time is it there in Hong Kong? Balaram from the Bay Area. San Francisco. Goody from New York. We got Thembi from Botswana. I've heard about Botswana. That's definitely an interesting place. Howdy, how we doing? PB from Singapore. Devendra Patel from Tampa. Sarunas, New Jersey, New York City, Cayo, Miami. Yo, Cayo, man, we need to get in touch, man. We need to get in touch, man. You know, I'm the Miami base of Benzinga here. So, um, and we got Ope from Nigeria. Damn, you're looking at us all the way from Nigeria. That's pretty awesome. We always have a bunch of people from Nigeria for some reason. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know, but everybody's welcome from everywhere. Um, Dave from Ferndale. All right, seems like we have a crowd here, and let me just give Nick a quick ring here, just to make sure he gets in here. Sometimes he gets carried away with all the stuff he does in the chat room, you know. Um, let's call Nick right now. I'm gonna put him on speaker. All right. He's probably trying to get in. Maybe we'll see. All right. So no idea. Um, just got a text from Nick that he's trying to get in here to the session. So he's gonna be popping in here any second. Let me just let me text the tech people here so they can get him on board. Did anybody look at the Microsoft earnings? Kayo, yo, Talanga, Hollywood, Florida. You're in Hollywood, Florida. Come check out Twin Peaks. It's a good spot. They let you work here all the time. Joy from Chicago. What up, dude? Hope you're safe, man. Um, Kayo, definitely. Dr. Kayo. Nice. We have a lot of doctors, lawyers that trade stocks. It's interesting. Microsoft 5:30 p.m. PF. Yeah, Microsoft did miss. They did have. Um, I definitely saw the Microsoft thing happen, and interesting because if you think about it, Microsoft is one of those companies that if they miss, you better watch out. You better watch out in the market. Um, all right, let me text the tech people here. All right, Seattle's in the house. Edgar, who else do we have here? Is there any? I mean, we have like 140 people watching live. We definitely have more than 20 people, unless everybody's from the same place. We have Argentina, Costa Rica, Seattle, Miami, Hong Kong, New York, Botswana, Singapore, New Jersey, Miami, Hollywood, Nigeria, Chicago, Hollywood, Florida. Surprisingly, that's where I'm at right now in Hollywood, Florida. Ready? Google missed. Did they miss PP? Edgar Seattle's definitely in the house, bro. PP says Apple and Amazon show resistance. Who knows, man? Microsoft can bring everything down. We don't know, but we're definitely going to talk about all this stuff here with Nick. There's definitely some sort of technical issue why he's not in here right now. But in the meantime, we're getting to know everybody that's watching here, which is pretty cool. Um, Saruna says that Microsoft earnings might be bad, bro. We already know they're bad. They missed almost everywhere. Um, so that's it. Wouldn't be a surprise anymore. Bry from Austin, Texas. What's up? I need to go back there to Austin, bro. It's definitely a fun spot. Um, PP, good point. Google missing 2 quarters in a row. I mean, we are in a recession, even though Janet, what's that name? The Yellen, she says we're not in a recession. We're just in a period of slow growth. These guys are so like they're in another world. All all these people in the Fed, this Yellen woman, inflation was transitory. Now they say recession is transitory. These guys I don't know what they're smoking, but they shouldn't be in charge of our policies in the government and in stocks and any of this stuff. PP 4:30 a.m. in Singapore. You're watching us at 4:30 in the morning, dude. That's pretty hot. Freddie, Dominican Republic. Gunnar from Texas. We got Javier from Argentina saying Microsoft is down 3% after market. And Jim Cruz from LA. We cannot forget about Jim Cruz. Nick is trading this bump up. Who knows? Maybe Nick is putting some trades in. And we're literally waiting for Nick right now. Um, let's pull up a chart here or something. PP says he just woke up for Microsoft and Google earnings. Shannon says that we should not drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, man, like these people that are doing like Yellen and Powell, these people should go to jail. To be honest, they should be sent to jail, 100%, in my opinion. Um, yeah, we're here definitely. I mean, we already texted Nick. It could be something with his power outage. I don't know if there was a power outage by where he was, but um, we're getting. We already talked with Nick. We already sent him the link, so we're waiting on that. All right. So I'm gonna show you a quick video here, really quick. I just want to show you something really quick. Let me just update this stuff. All right, so this is the inner circle chat room. All you guys already know this place. If you're a member, you already know. But there's 2 channels here, right? You got the inner circle chat where everybody's talking, and then you have the Nick's important messages. That's for everybody. Well, that's where only Nick can post. So whenever Nick is posting an entry or an exit, market commentary, or any other like trading related comment, this is where you're gonna find it. It's not gonna be hard because it's just him posting there, so you don't have to kind of scroll through the whole thing trying to find what he's saying. That's why the inner circle chat is the conversation. That's where you do back and forth, all that stuff. Um, Nick's important messages, only Nick can post there. So if you're trying to get his trade ideas, this is where you got to go. And I'm going to show you the live room. Remember, I told you he was trading live Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. So um, this is the link for there. And he's definitely not here. I don't think he's here because I came here earlier. And Nick, are you here? So this is the live trading room. Right now it looks this way, but whenever Nick is there, you're gonna see a screen. He's gonna be sharing his screens, probably 4, 5, 6 screens, and he's basically gonna be talking with you verbally, kind of like a live webinar, like we are right now. But again, keep in mind this is for you can use this for a couple of reasons. If you want to live trade, if you want to like trade with him throughout the whole day, or if you want to ask him a question and you want to get like a direct answer, an immediate response. That's why you have this live chat room where you can ask him a question and he can answer it, showing you the charts like a video kind of presentation response, right? It's a lot better than texting back and forth because a lot of the context gets lost when you're just texting. So if you have this sort of channel where you can talk with him, I think that's Nick. That has to be Nick. So this is how it's going to look like. I think we have Nick in the house. Let's go ahead and bring on the air horn again so that we can We can bring him. I think he's trading there. We're gonna put him up here. Air horn, Nick. Let's go. All right, let's see what's going on here. I think this is Nick. So Doc, I don't know if you can read the comments there, but Doc says Nick is sick, and we begged him to go rest. This is what he would normally be sharing: his screen and talking on the mic, and then Doc, just so you know, Doc is, well, he's a member. You can see it on the chat. But I know Doc personally. I've talked to him several times. I've literally signed up 99% of the people that are in this chat room, and I can vouch for everybody that's in there. I can tell you they're all professional when it comes to, we're all there for one reason. We're not there to make jokes in this. We're there to make money, period. We're there to trade the market. We're not there to have an opinion on politics or any of that. It's all about trading stocks, and that's it, period. So Doc, I appreciate you helping out, pulling up the screen. And I think, I honestly, look, I don't know, but I talked to Nick and he said he's coming, even though his voice is like totally destroyed. Um, yeah. So, and don't get me wrong, like my voice is destroyed too. You can hear that, like my voice is not there, but we do this for you guys. We do this for you guys. We do this for the Benzinga folks, for everybody that's out there trying to, make some money in the markets, and you really need a guidance, education, trading guidance, whatever it is. So I just wanted to show you how this works, right? This is the live trading room. This is where you're going to ask Nick a question. If you want an immediate, you can use the other chat room. Let me show you. You can use this other chat room, and you can ask him any question. Now, if you want him to answer you in a video immediate like way, come to this chat room. Why? Because you can come here and be like, hey Nick, um, what do you think about Apple? And you can get a response. You get a response immediately. But not only is he just going to tell you, hey, this is what I think about Apple, he's also going to show you the charts, talk about fundamentals. This is trader talk. We're getting deep into the details, and that's really, as traders, where you kind of want to be. So we're waiting on Nick to get set up here. Oh, damn. Guess who we have in the house here with us? Miss Yo, Nick, I thought you were gonna leave me stranded here, brother.
No, no, I swear to you, I said I'm gonna sit down as soon as I left the chat room, the live room. I said I'm gonna sit down for a minute, and I spaced out for a little bit more than a minute. I'm sorry.
I don't even recognize your voice, dude. Like
Yeah,
this is
that's me.
is this your
Um,
double? Is this your double? The webinar double, Nick Shaheen?
yeah.
Some people
So
are like wondering, like, how the hell does Nick do this, man? It's
so
Monday to Friday, nine to
it was
five.
an interesting day, very interesting day.
Tell me about the day in the chat room. Tell me how it went.
So first of all, I woke up to a mess. So I'm looking. Charts are going crazy. And in the room, in the live room, we had about 320 people. So everybody was freaking out. Everybody was throwing out headlines. Oh, it was this, it was that, it was this. It was like a madhouse. I finally said, "Stop! Everybody, just stop. You know better than this." So it was a complete mess in the markets. They didn't know what they were doing. Walmart delivered bad news, so that sector dropped. I get it. And then I would say, okay, why is Intel down or AMD down? Walmart. No, wait, what? No.
Mhm.
Anyway, so it was a complete mess. So we sold credit spreads for the day to make money for the day, and they worked. But they made us sweat a little bit because of the range, how it went up and down. So it was like market makers were not committed, were not committed, and they were going in ways they don't usually. It wasn't there was no flow. Usually there's a flow to the market. Today was just a complete mess. But we still had some good moves. So
Yeah, that's
we
that's the thing. Like, I mean, you provide. I mean, you do even though you're trading the whole day with people, and you can help them do um, day trades, swing trades, long term trades, like credit put spreads that are 2, 3, 4, 5 months out, trades that don't need to get babysitted. But you also do a lot of education. Is that you on the picture?
Yeah. So today I'll give you an example of the discussions that happened. First of all, we're talking about the live session. So if somebody is lucky enough that they can come join me in the live session, those who cannot are not missing anything. I usually write things up. They're missing the action that happens throughout the day. So during the day, the market opened. Somebody we tried to sell a credit call spread, which is a bearish position to range bound the action today. So they did that in the morning. I missed it, and then the market fell, and then I sold the credit put spread, which is the opposite of it. So if somebody did both, they did an iron condor. I ended up only with the credit put spread at 38.95. So I made 11% in yield on that trade on my risk, and somebody that did both made over 20. And we did the same thing yesterday. So these are trades that expire the same day. And in addition, Shopify, we woke up, it was down, right? 15%. I was like, why is Shopify down 15%? Walmart. Wait, what? Shopify is down because of Walmart, and then it turns out that the CEO of Shopify was on CNBC. And I'm thinking to myself, why is the CEO on TV before he reports earnings? I've never seen that happen before. Don't they have a quiet period? So I thought that was an opportunity. So in the morning, I bought a call in Shopify, which is, if you don't know options, I got long Shopify. If somebody took that, they made 18 to 19% in one day. I kept it. I rarely do that. And I kept it. And what I did is I bought my call for August and I sold a call against it for this week. I'll show you later. I'll show you later why I would do that because of the implied volatility. So in options, if you have an event, if you have an event during a certain week, if Shopify is reporting, the implied volatility for that week goes through the roof. So if you are smart about it, you use that to your advantage and you sell something. And that's what I did. So let's see if that works out for me.
Mhm. Then Nick, really quick, you have 133 people live in this live trading room, even though you're not there. So people just hang around there.
Yep. They just hang around. So they were trading after hours because they had bets on earnings. So, and I was telling them that there are some things they can do about that after hours. For example, if I bought a call and the stock spiked, then I can sell the stock short to book my
Mhm.
call. It's kind of weird to say, but it is it's doable.
Right.
So
Really quick here, Nick. Do you want to just share your screen and we
I
can get
will.
going?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and somebody is listen, guys, I know everybody wants us to open a Nancy Pelosi trading chat room. We can't do that. We cannot open a chat room for Nancy
What is
Pelosi
that?
because everybody's talking about Nancy Pelosi making good trades. Like, hey, everybody's asking me, hey, man, let's open a chat room with Nancy Pelosi whipping out trades. We can't do that, folks. But I'll tell you, Nick trades all that stuff. He's all about that. And Nick is gonna start sharing his screen. Yo,
I
yo,
am.
yo,
There
go
you
ti-
go.
go Tigers. Let's go, baby. All right, Nick, take it away, brother.
I shared it. It's up
All
to
right,
you.
you're there, brother.
There you go.
All right.
Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to start by I have a presentation that I use, and I'm going to bring it here to speak to it. I don't want to throw a presentation in your face. Okay. But this is something that I usually use because I'd like to get off on the right foot. So I'd like to start by saying a couple of things about risk. So whenever you take risk, you need to think of it in two pieces. One, the how much money is at stake. If like what's the worst case scenario? That's one part. And the second part, which is what we manage, that's not the how much. The how much is a decision that you make. And the second part is the part that you manage. And I'll use today's trade as an example. So the chances What are the odds of me succeeding and not succeeding? That's the part I manage. So let me share with you today's trade. So today, this is the SPX. There was a contract that expired today. This was it. And I had sold this setup. I did this trade, okay? And the SPX went up and went down, and it came down to here, I think 39.10. This trade wins if price doesn't, if price closes at or above it, okay? And it did, so we won. So they kept asking me, "Are you still in it? Are you still in it? How do you manage it?" Okay, how is by managing my odds. Why? When I took the trade, how much I made the decision, how much I'm gonna risk on it, and I'm okay with it. Now the part I manage is what are my odds, okay, and that's the part I was looking at. And the odds in options, it's that column right there, the delta, and the delta of that right there, that value right there, did not go above zero point 0.2. So I was comfortable. Also, I saw a lot of puts and I was comfortable. And that's support. So I stayed in it. So the odds is the part we manage. Okay. And it's not the how much. Super important, especially in options. Okay. So that's one part. Okay. Now, the second part is I don't take trades unless I have a specific reason. So in this case, I'll go back to it. I took the trade because there was a lot of support. First thing in the morning, this came in. I looked right here. A giant order of puts came in at 3,900, like 18,000 of them. So I was comfortable that the market makers are going to defend that position. So I took my position below it, if you notice. That's one reason. One way to deal with it. Shopify, I woke up and it was down 15%. So I said, okay, I'm going to buy a call. And it was down here. And then this happened. So with Shopify, I bought August call at 31 right here. And then it rallied. So I could have sold it for a profit, but I decided to stay in it. And instead, I sold this one against it. So let's talk about that. Maybe you've seen this before. This one is called a call diagonal. I've seen people refer to it as poor man covered call or something like that. It's a call diagonal. So how does that work? And why does it work? If you notice right here, implied volatility, 190 almost, 180. This one, 100. See that? So let me explain to you what's the difference. This right here, in fact, everything on this page right there for this contract that has 3 days on the clock, this expires on Friday. They report earnings today or tomorrow. I can't remember. So everything on this contract is 80 points more expensive than it should be. This should be cheaper. Check it out. Look how much more expensive options are this week just because of the earnings. So what did I do? I bought options out here and sold these. So as soon as it reports, this bubble drops to here. As soon as they open the market, calls and puts are going to get cut big time. So I could have gotten aggressive and sold one of these, but I didn't want drama. I sold this one. So I basically have a call spread, a debit call spread, except that they're in two different time zones. One is out here and one is this week. So those are two trades we discussed today. And then we were watching Algo Flow, and I saw that there were big bearish bets on the XLE. The XLE is an ETF for energy. It's basically Chevron and Exxon. Um, there were $3 million put positions that were initiated that were bearish. Um, the buyer of those puts is bearish, and they were for September and November. So I was like, okay, I like that idea, but I didn't want to buy anything. So I said, I'm going to do this then. I'm going to sell a credit call spread. And I sold a call spread and collected a premium. So now I don't even need a drop to win. I just need it not to explode through that. The interesting thing about the XLE is that 44% of it are two stocks, Chevron and Exxon. So this is me shorting Chevron and Exxon on a pop. So I was going to do Oxy as well, but I didn't, not yet.
Yeah, really quick here, Nick. I just put really quick. If you put a one in the chat, if you love Nick Shaheen, man, we got
Oh,
Doc. I know you know Doc. Doc is an old school OG member from the chat room. He's always helping out other new traders, and that's why I do love the chat room a lot because you see a lot of like experienced traders helping the new guys. But look all the
so
love you're getting, Nick. Look, Star Lord says he loves you. Javier, all these people appreciate that you're here doing this with a voice. I don't even recognize your voice, man. I swear to God, like I've never heard this voice from you ever. So,
so here's
Leon,
here's it's a the community is amazing. Um, so we had 320 people today. And look, I've got tears coming down, but I'm not crying. I swear.
oh yeah, it's okay, man. We love you too, man. It's okay,
So
man.
the community is amazing. We had 320 people today of different skill levels. Some good and some fresh. So we had some very basic questions like how do I close? I sold the put by mistake. How do I close it? Very basic. So this person that asked me that today had a recourse to reach out to me live, and I had my microphone and I helped them through it. Let's say he couldn't come to the live room today. He can go to the chat room that you guys provided in here. So all day people post in here, and I also post my messages in here. So like middle of the or late in the afternoon, I said this is a really strange, messy day. I didn't do much. I traded the day, and then I said I shorted the XLE. So here's the funny part. Everybody was freaking out today, right? You want to see something funny? Okay, check this out. Before the week started, on Sunday night, I issue a write up, right? And on Monday morning, this I had drawn that purple line, and everybody was freaking out today. I said, then you didn't look at my charts. Look how closely the price action unfolded to the line I drew. And I didn't make this up. The line, you can find it in my write ups. You'll find it. So I said before the week started, we're probably going to drop at some point this week. I'm looking to buy the dip. Which dip? I don't know, but I'm looking to participate on the upside by buying the dip. So here we go. If you can draw a line and then price goes along the line, then you shouldn't be surprised that the actual drop happened, right? And I didn't know it was going to happen exactly this way, but I had a feeling that this would be a trajectory we're going to follow. And how cool is it that you can actually do this? So now we have cool heads, calm, charts are leading us. In fact, I said, this is such a crazy week between the Fed and all the earnings. You need to turn all of that off. Nothing the Fed tells you is going to change anything. They're idiots. They're idiots. Their bosses are idiots. The people that work for them are idiots. They don't know what they're doing. So the only fact is whatever is in the chart, because that's fact. Those are data. And the reports. The reports are facts. You can see companies are reporting record level or near record levels. That's why the Fed's freaking out. Companies are doing very well, but the Fed is scaring them with words. So the companies are cutting hiring. So if you want to focus on something, focus not on the CPI, but focus on wage inflation, because that's the real threat for the Fed. The Fed's job is to create jobs without creating inflation. So they created jobs by creating mega inflation last year. That's how they did it. They panicked. They shut down the world. Then they panicked and they threw all kinds of money at it, too much money. And now they're panicking and they're unleashing the beast. They're going to break it. So last year, the Fed has two jobs, like I said, two mandates, they call them. One, create jobs. Two, without creating inflation. That's their mandate. Make sure I have a job. Make sure that price stability is available. Last year, they said, transitory, don't worry about it. We're creating inflation, but we got a handle on it. This year, oh my God, inflation is out of control. Let me control inflation by doing what? The only thing they can do, destroy jobs. They're
Right.
out to cause firing. That's what they are doing. So I cannot believe that nobody's calling for this guy's head out of the job because he has a job and he's not good at it. He's failing at it last year and he's failing at it this year, and yet he's got a job. That's unbelievable. So
Hey,
anyway,
really quick, let me ask you something. I think Yellen, I don't know her name. Is it Janet Yellen or Sarah Yellen, the lady from
Janet,
the Fed? Janet Yellen. So she says we're not in a recession. We're just in a period of slow growth. What is she smoking? What are these people in the Fed smoking? Because I don't know
she's
what.
she's actually technically right. So here's the story about recession. It used to be whenever we have two negative quarterly GDPs back to back, we become technically in a recession. The bureau that announces that, I forgot the name. It's an acronym like OBDP, whatever it is. It's part of the government, right? So they changed the rule. Now it is, if you get two consecutive quarterly GDPs that are negative, maybe they announce a recession. They said that they still have leeway to say, no, it's not a recession. So we will not be in a recession, technically. I can almost guarantee it because there's going to be elections coming. And that bureau is not going to announce a recession. They're going to say it's not a recession. You wait and see. It is so stupid. It is so stupid. That's why we can do one thing. You know it. Ignore it. Ignore the news. You don't need it. I promise you, you don't need it. You
Yeah,
don't
that's the
need it.
thing, Nick. Because like people, when somebody gets into trading, they're very new into trading, and they're looking at the headlines at CNBC. They're looking at what these people from the Fed say. These people are never going to tell you the day before the house of cards falls. They're never going to tell you it's falling. They're going to keep saying we're good, and we're going to get sucked in. Retail traders get sucked into
So
that.
here's the thing. So CNBC, for example, they're not evil, but the way they make money is off of people's emotions. Nobody's going to watch the news if there's nothing horrific happening. Right. Everybody wants to watch the accident. So they always try to make a mountain out of a molehill. So if there's the all important this and the all important that, and when in reality, nothing is important. Most of the things they call important is not important. So markets need three things to rally. Number one, structure. There's nothing broken now, so that we have. Number two is money flow. And the Fed, for the longest time, has been accommodative, QE. This now is negative, right? So now they are tightening. So, but it's not a variable. They're tightening. The third thing is sentiment. And that's what they're controlling with words. Sentiment. They're making us feel poor. Okay. So in the process, they're creating a crimp. If you noticed in the last month, a whole bunch of companies said they're hiring fewer people or stopping hiring. In the last couple of weeks, you started seeing firing. Shopify, 10%. Just an example. Job done. That's what Powell is doing. So we have inflation because we have shortages. We have more people bidding on the same stuff. The stuff costs more. So how does he control that? How does he fix that if he cannot control supply? He can't control how many cars we have or how many chips to build cars or TVs. So what does he do? He can control demand. He can destroy demand by making us poor. So that is what he's doing. But I'm telling you, if you join me, my first to do would be to teach you to not listen to news. I haven't listened to news in 2 years, probably. I'm a happier guy for it. I don't need it. Trade the chart line, not the headline. Yes. Yes, Doc.
Doc is a great example, really, of like what the community, because you have so many people there. I mean, Nick, I remember when we started this chat room, it was just you and me there.
We started a long, long time ago. I started working with Benzinga in 2011, I believe, end of 2011, early 2012. And we've been helping people since then. But it's changed. In the beginning, it was me writing things up, and then I added the chat room, and then I added the live room, which is what we have now. So this is just to lay it out. I provide write-ups every day, one or two. I provide Sunday strategy session video, and you can see that's the kind of lines comes out of it. This is where you guys can reach me live or at your own pace. You can hit me with a private message. You can talk to me in the in here. Like Arsh had a question about UAL. I issued a credit put spread. It's underwater a little bit, so I said, okay, so far success. It is underwater, but it will win if um, it stays above 34.5. And I looked at it, the odds of success are marginal. In my hands, I would stay in it a couple more days. So this area here is for someone who has questions, that wants to just engage, whether they have a question about particular trade, if they have an idea they want to trade, or just a general chat. So, but here's the thing. The most important part is homework, right? Let me show you. Homework. You can't trade without doing homework. Setting alerts, right? And then you find the reason, the NTNT, the no trigger, no trade. Well, guess what? Sunday, I do probably 4.5 hours of homework for you. How does that work? Let me show you. What I do is I send out a form on Friday nights, and asking you what tickers you want to review. I'm trying to find it. There it is.
Yeah, for those that don't know, this is a chat member session that you do every Sunday from 10 to 1 p.m. Eastern, right? And they put in
Yeah.
tickers.
So look at how many tickers. 148 this time. 147. These are tickers you asked for. These are comments I made. These are clickable links to the charts that go with them. And I record it. If you can't make it, I record it in 3 different videos. So to make it easy to scroll through, they're alphabetically ordered. Um, Look, Shopify, buy the dip if it happens. Ta-da! Right? So, homework, that's where it all starts. I go in here and I set my alerts. As I'm doing homework, I set 1,000 alerts. Today, I had a whole bunch fire off, including to short this and short that, which are oil stocks. I should have, but I couldn't. I was sick. Okay. So, homework, you set alerts and you wait, and then you take a position. So, this NTNT is an acronym that I use, that if you take nothing from today, take this. Don't ever take a position anywhere unless you can explain it. So, why are you buying a call? Why are you buying a put? Why are you buying shares? Why are you selling shares? I thought it was going to go up. That's not a good reason. You have to be able to tell me why. And then when you take it, manage your odds, the percent of success, and stop out when you hit your tolerance level, or book profits. And it's okay to leave money on the table. Last night, so I track the action on the SPY on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because we have a contract that expires on those days. And the data from the SPY is insanely reliable. Very good. So last night, the SPY fell. Where were we? Okay, so that was yesterday. Da-da-da, and then we fell to here. I kept on saying on the way down, we have got to push up above 395 into the close. And then I said, okay, I'm buying a call. And then this happened. So if somebody bought a call with me, they made a ton of money. They made more money than I did, because I closed it at 63% win. It was, I closed it so early. It was a massive win if somebody did not close it at 63%. But I'm not going to cry over a 63% win. Okay. So booking early is totally okay. Leaving money on the table is totally okay. All right. And then have balance. Don't be one sided. Don't have all the trades look the same. For example, if you're long PayPal, Square, Palantir, IWM, you're long the same things. You cannot do that. If you long this, make sure you long that. Make sure you short this. Make sure you long that. And if you have a portfolio of a whole bunch of stocks, maybe you should short the indices as balance, not short, outright short to make money, as balance. The easiest way to do it is by selling call spreads, and I can show you how. It's super easy, super easy.
Yo, Nick, we haven't even. Well, I don't want to like kind of skip over this stuff, but like you do have a full but we'll show them later. But you have a full library that you've developed just for the members, and
Yeah,
this
I
is stuff
do.
that like when it comes to trading options, dude, like Nick, when I started out, and still there's so many of these like stupid YouTubers, like fake gurus out there, like kids that just like repeat whatever they hear out there. And a lot of that information is wrong. There's a lot of misinformation out there with options. So I think it's good that you give them the reality and you explain it in simple terms. You don't complicate it with Wall Street terminology. I think that's a
Yes.
huge plus.
So this is a library of videos I have available. And this one goes into what are options that are puts, what are options that are calls, what are spreads, what are credit spreads. I love credit spreads, and how to book profits and a whole bunch of stuff. So we keep adding to those whenever we need to. So if you were to join, my goal would be to help you shed a few preconceived notion. I think what Rodrigo's saying that are super wrong. You shouldn't chase what you hear about options. It's almost the opposite. It's almost the opposite. It's weird. So on one hand, the experts out there tell you that most options expire worthless, right? And then on another hand, they tell you, oh, they are buying the put in Apple, blah 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 blah. So which is it? Am I supposed to buy most options? You just told me they expire worthless. Why are you telling me on the heavy options? So do your homework, use common sense, use charts, don't use emotions. So, they say FOMO. FOMO is a human nature. It keeps us alive in the wild. If you see a whole bunch of people running out of a room, you will run with them. In investing, you should run into the room and see if somebody left a wallet behind. I say it that way because it sticks. That's the truth. If everybody's running away from a stock, go see why and see if you disagree and take a position in that stock, and vice versa. We saw everybody piling into energy at the top. So I went out there and I did my homework and I argued with them and I won and I shared it and I got called out for it. But we shorted Oxy right at the top. We shorted Exxon and the USO. And we won on all three counts big time because they were chasing and we weren't. We were looking at what the hell they're doing and we didn't agree. So here's one thing. Whoever bought here, this is Oxy, did not look left. Oh, but Buffett bought. Okay, Buffett is not a trader. Buffett is buying stock not to make money off the stock. He wants to own the company so he can make money off the cash flow. Okay, so from the stock perspective, 3 times it has failed here miserably. So this time is different. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm not about to buy it here. Look at what happened. This this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 months, 4 months, 3 months, and now 3 months here. Every candle is 1 month. Just be aware. Look left on the chart. Ask yourself, what happened the last time the chart was here? Devandra, I don't know. That's something Rodrigo can answer. Rodrigo, can you help out?
Yeah, yeah. Who are we talking about here? In the chat.
Devandra has a
Oh, I'm a member of Ultimate Options. Yeah, Devandra, send me an email, brother, and I'll help you out. There was a really interesting comment here I saw. because you kind of cover this. So Palatheri Subramanian, I hope I spelled that right. He says, I'm a very senior, 80 plus, and I'm not a full time trader. I'm only limited to time to trade. I want to find out more about options before deciding my future, like to do a few options a month. I think this person's talking about your famous trades that don't need any babysitting, Nick. They just put them on. You don't have to check the day to day stuff, right?
Right. So it's basically the same trade setup that I did today, but on a longer time frame. For example, today I took a trade that expired today and the risk was limited and the profits were limited. This was my trade right there. And all I needed is for the stock to close above here. That's all I needed. Well, this is a 1 minute chart. I could have done the same on the 1 day chart and gone out in time and sell it down here. So it depends on how fast I trade and what kind of, like, for example, if I'm traveling next week, I'll make sure not to do anything I can't babysit. If I can't come to check my stocks but once a week, then I should not trade short term. I should do credit spreads way out in time. Those would be the easiest. I got to tell you, my first year of doing credit spreads was fantastic. I did nothing but long distance trades and they all worked out. It was amazing. And then the next year I tried to get fancy with it and I messed it up royally. So you learn from your mistakes. It is doable. The good thing is that you control your own destiny. You control the time frame where you want risk. You control the level of risk. You control the risk appetite. I'm conservative when it comes to money, so I don't take big risks. Some people like to sell a spread here and collect a lot of money. I would rather sell it here and collect a lot less money. So I'm risking more money, but at a much safer distance with high odds. So here's the idea. The options market is a casino. And if you go into a casino, let me rephrase, it exists because the market makers, the house, win more often than not. Luckily, unlike a casino, you can play along with the market makers. So if you think like a market maker, if you trade like a market maker, you too can be winning because my trades never required a market maker to lose money for me to win. In other words, I don't buy a cheap call or a cheap put unless I have a specific reason for it from the charts. If you buy a call outside the straddle, the only way you can win is if the market maker loses money. So I never take that. I don't buy straddles because that's what the market makers sell. They work every once in a while, but most times they don't. So there are ways you can improve your odds of success if you're just smart and humble about it. That's it. We're not in control. We're there for the ride. The market makers make the rules. I play within them and we profit because of it. Okay. So let's get into options a little bit since it sounds like we have some people that don't know much about it. All right. So let's use Apple. Sorry about the noise. If you can hear it, hopefully you can't. Okay. So this is Apple. First of all, what are options? They are contracts. And just like any contract, there's a buyer and a seller of everything. So I'm going to choose September, 52 days. Contracts have stipulations. They have terms and conditions. The first term we're discussing here is time. We have 52 days on this particular one. This one expires on 9/16. Everything here is for 52 days. Everything here is for Apple. Everything here represents 100 shares. Every contract represents 100 shares. So we have two things now. We know the time and the quantity, 100 shares. The third thing is price. You can pick your price. Now they come in two flavors. They come in puts, put options, and they come in call options. So what they do doesn't matter, but they come in two flavors. They're not bullish, they're not bearish. What you do with them determines whether the trade is bullish or bearish. Most of them are bullish, even on the put side. Only one put position is bearish, and only one call position is bearish. Okay, so let's walk through it. Let's say you wanted to buy 100 shares of Apple, but you're worried about the Apple earnings and you're worried about the Fed and you don't want to deploy 100 shares times $150. That's a lot of money. The alternative would be for you to go out and buy a call contract. So if I buy this one right here, that what does that do? If I buy this call right there, I'm paying $6, I'm rounding. So that's $600 because it's 100 shares, 6 times 100. And that guarantees me the right to buy Apple at 55. I don't have to buy it. It's my option to buy. So if Apple has a great reaction to earnings and the markets rally and Apple goes to 175, I'm guaranteed to buy it at 155. When? Anytime I want before it expires. I have 52 days. Okay? So that is a call option. It's me locking my price. There is a seller on the other end. Someone is selling that to me. They think I'm an idiot. I think they're an idiot. So the seller must deliver those shares. I'm the buyer. I reserve the right. I'm in control. They can't do anything about it. They're waiting for me. Okay. So that is on the call side. On the put side, it's different. Let's say I own 100 shares of Apple. By the way, I don't need to own shares to do anything on here. I can buy and sell calls. I can buy and sell puts, whether or not I own shares or not. Let's say I own shares in Apple and I'm nervous about the next couple of months and I want to protect myself. I can buy a put and it's insurance. So if I buy this put, I spend $350 and I'm guaranteed I will be able to sell my Apple shares at 140, even if it falls to here. Someone out there who, the seller of this put, will buy my shares at 140. That is the guarantee that they give me. Me, the buyer, I am in control. I don't have to sell my shares. I'm buying the option to sell my shares. So this is like you buying insurance on your car and not reporting an accident when it happens. Okay? Because whatever, it's the deductible is higher or whatever. So the put option guarantees the buyer of that put the opportunity to sell shares at that price. On the call side, you're guaranteed to buy the shares at that price. So you're locking in your price. Okay. So let's talk about
Yeah,
how that.
and it really just after we're done with the session here, Nick, a couple of people are asking about iron condors. I don't know if you can see artsy craftsy. I want to learn more about I know that you have this special thing you do with condors, right?
Yeah. Iron condors, I do one a day. Today, I missed the upper end, so I only did a credit put spread. I'll give you a visual. Okay, so there's a trade called a credit put spread. This is what it looks like. Okay, I collect 54 cents and I wait. If Apple stays above 130, I win. This is about 12% yield. 12%. What does that mean? Okay, so if I buy shares of a stock, I need it to rally 12% to deliver the same results as this one. Guess what? This one doesn't need a rally. In fact, the stock can fall 20 bucks and I can still win. So this is a trade that delivered 12% with 88% certainty, statistical certainty. I guarantee you there's nothing on your watch list that can deliver that. Okay? So yes, stocks can rally more than 12% in 52 days, but none of them can do it with the certainty that this one does. That's a credit put spread. It's also called a bull put spread. Now, if you do the opposite of that, and sell a call spread up here, you will then, you will then have an iron condor. This is a visual of an iron condor. This is not a trade alert, folks. So don't go take that trade, okay? There's a lot to be said about this one being so low. I'm nervous about this one. I'm okay with this one. This one would not be my pick. So in this case, actually, it should be lower. $1. In this case, I'm collecting over $1. So this one will deliver 25% yield more if price stays between the two values, above 130, below 170. Okay, that's an iron condor. I do that every day. In what? In the SPX. The SPX expires every day. Yes, folks, every day we have an SPX expiration. I love it. It's like, what? I did this today. I missed out on this upper part. Tomorrow when the market opens, I will do another iron condor. I don't know where. We'll see. And the day after, and the day after, and the day after. So I love those things. You can deliver 20% yield consistently without owning any shares, just by doing these trades. And the good thing about it is you don't have to take anything overnight, because then you're not risking the overnight blowout of headlines. Okay, I want to address another thing. Averaging down. Please don't average down ever. That is such a bad idea. Please don't average down ever. Okay. Um, there's something called averaging in, and I'll use that as an example. Averaging in is okay. Let's say you wanted to own 100 shares of something, and you only start with 20, and then the price falls, and you add another 20, and then the price falls, and then you add another 20. You're averaging in. That's okay. But when you take your entire position and then it goes against you and then you double down, no, 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 no. You just doubled your problem. You have a problem, you doubled it. It is not a good idea. I don't know any professional trader, successful trader that does that ever. So don't average down. Please quit it. And also spread your risk. What does that mean? It doesn't mean create a spread, although that would spread your risk. Spread your risk over time. Let's say you wanted to own 100 shares of something. Do some now, wait, do some later. Or if you're setting trades in options, make sure that you stagger them. Don't make them all expire in one week. Because then, let's say the market takes a directional fall or rally. It goes against you directionally. Everything blows up at the same time. If you spread your risk across time, then you can focus on your problem for that period of time. Okay, so spread your risk across time. Have balance. We've already talked about that. And here's another thing: the ABCs of trading this high VIX. So the VIX is super high these days, and when the VIX is this high, you should do this. Let's say you have the market fall on you and then it rallies back. So you get a relief pop. You should act on that relief pop in a way that is along these lines. Okay. So let's say the market was down one day and you were down $3,000, and then the next day you get a relief pop, you should consider fixing those bad situations. So the first way you do it is you add insurance on the relief pop, or you book profits if you bought the dip, or you use the relief pop in order to close the bad trades. So if I had a credit put spread, or if I bought a call and it died, and then I get a relief pop, I sell the call, even if it's still down, but you got a relief pop and it was a gift. So the idea is to make sure that you are on top of your risk and the VIX being high tells you that there's risk. So I don't know if you know this, the VIX is priced off of this stuff, the options. So if the options are expensive, That's because the option sellers, the market makers, are nervous. They manipulate the price action, and they're nervous. So you better be nervous too. And how is that? How does that work? So if you're an insurance company and you're selling insurance to an older person that lives in the desert that hardly drives, you wouldn't charge him an arm and a leg, right? So if there was no chance of disaster in the options market, they would not charge us a lot. But because they're pricing all the calls and puts so much, that means that they expect drama. So you should expect drama too. What does that mean? If you want to take a trade, knock down your conviction level a little bit. If they're not sure, you better not be sure about yourself either. So have some humility, folks. I'm under the weather. I'm losing steam pretty quickly. I will take a couple of tickers from
Yeah.
you, and we'll do that.
Yeah, by the way, for everybody to know, we're gonna wrap the session up in 10 minutes. Nick needs to go rest. Obviously, he's there in the chat room the whole day, so this is just cherry on top of the cake having him here. So, um, just for everybody to know, we want Nick to be healthy. Otherwise, he's not in the chat room. It's 10,
Sorry.
10 times worse. So, but let's take some tickers. You want to take tickers, Nick? You want to take
Yeah, yeah.
questions?
Hit
All
me.
right,
Hit me.
tickers. All right, Mary, first one, always on time. Asking for
Spy.
the spy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her thing.
Okay. We are on Spy. So let's zoom out and talk big picture. This tells me the bears are in charge. They are selling rallies. Rally sold, rally sold, rally sold, rally sold, rally. Is it going to be sold? Okay. So don't expect any change in the behavior unless the charts tell you so. So this is a daily chart. So what I want to look for is how far down it falls. So if it falls to 380 or 378 and bounces, that's totally okay with me because then I would have progress, higher lows. That's okay. Lower highs is also okay. So I want to see a battle at 400. Higher lows, lower highs, somewhere at 400. If they can get above 400 and take the battle to this, now we could have a trough. That's how bottoms are built. These V bottoms are ridiculous. So the bottom happens when you stop making lower lows, you start making higher lows. Lower highs is okay. And then the higher lows and the lower highs will come to face each other. In this case, probably somewhere around 400. That's the big picture. So the bears are in charge. The bulls have to do something to take it away. So let's drill down a little bit. This is a shorter term chart. You can see how shorter term the bulls are in charge. They're buying dips, buying dips, buying dips, buying dips. Okay. So this is a shorter term chart. The bulls are in charge. Shorter term than that, they're kind of fighting it sideways. Here are the the lines for this week. If they lose this, they're going to come down to this one here. Fill this gap. And these are the numbers you want to look out for 380, 378. That's my opinion there. Versus beating 400.3. So we came down to this. We came up with these numbers from two different time frames. We looked at them at the daily and at the lower time frame. So look out for a bounce, if not at 390. In other words, this could hold and they could take that out and go off. Or this could fail and they come down to here. They bounce off of this one. If not this one, this one. And then what do they do with that? So we take it one tick at a time. For this week, tomorrow, I plan on buying the dip if it happens. Okay. How? Don't spend a lot of money for short term trades. I shared the blunderbuss approach a couple of times this year and it worked wonderfully. For the SPX, if I think a stock is going to go up, or if I wanted to capture an up move in a stock and I don't really know where and when, I go out a month and I buy a call butterfly, a wide call butterfly. The first time we did it, it cost $2.30 and it went to $4.50. Big win. The second time we did it, it cost $2.60. It went to $5.70. Big win. This time it cost $4.30. So the call butterfly in the SPX was, let me see, 40, 50, 41, 41. No, wait, 41.50, 42, and 42.50 cents, something like that. So the call butterfly is a trade with three things. You buy a call, you sell two calls above it, and you buy a call above that. The maximum risk is the money you pay for it. And if you make it wide enough, $50 between each leg, uh, it's easy to manage. So I don't want it to go to the middle. I just want it to move. And if it moves, I get profits pretty quickly. It's a leverage trade. It's not ideal, but it's a shotgun approach.
Right, right, and that's the thing. I mean, you do this just for everybody to know because some people are like, "Oh my God, Nick, I'm not going to see you again." Guys, if you want to trade with Nick, you
We
can
do this
join the
all
chat.
day, every day.
Exactly, and he does his webinar style. Keep in mind, I don't like Nick. Nick is sick right now. The fact that he's here doing this, I feel bad doing this, and I know you guys kind of feel bad too. But at the same time, Nick is a
I
genius
feel
with
bad
options. So
snotting and drooling all over myself here. That's what I feel bad about. I should have gone without a camera.
yeah, I mean that's really why Nick is top of the line, dude. I mean, I know you were taking a vacation and you were in I don't know if it was the Bahamas or where, but you were at the lobby and you were doing the session with the members from your
Yeah.
vacation. So
Yeah, I did it from Cancun. Yeah, I was in there.
that's great, dude. But look, man, I know you're sick, dude. I think you need, definitely have some rest here. And Nick, we're gonna see you in the chat room tomorrow. I want to give you a big shout out, just just for everything you do here for Benzinga. Let's go.
Wait. Luis, it's credit call spread. Whoever wrote it up wrong.
Yeah,
So it's a credit call spread on the XLE. I
let,
shorted the XLE by selling the $80 call and buying the $81 call, and I collected a premium for it. It's a credit call spread. I sent them a note saying you guys sent it out wrong. Let's see if they do it.
big freaking shout out for Chris Valenti. Chris Valenti, newest member of the Options Inner Circle chat room, and my new best friend here. Let's go. Everybody that joins in the chat room becomes part of the family. That's for sure. And even though Nick is sick, he's going to be back in the chat room. I'm going to, well, I'm going to answer a couple of questions here. We're going to wrap it up here in like 2 minutes. But I just want to say if you guys are ever in the neighborhood in Hollywood, please come in to Twin Peaks. Ask for Shelby, the best ever. If you guys, I know some of you guys are from Hollywood, Florida. So come out here, check her out, check this place out. And Nick, man, I hope you get better.
Thanks.
I feel it. We've all been sick. This is the new normal, I guess. I don't know, but I appreciate everything you do, brother. So
Thank
any
you for
club,
the opportunity and the support. Your team is great. Thanks, Doc, by the way.
you're a monster, dude. Everybody looks up to you here, Nick. Big shout out, big love to you, man. So thanks a lot, Nick Shaheen, lead trader at the Benzinga Options Inner Circle. He's been with
Later.
Benzinga since prehistoric times. Top dog in options. Join the chat room. We'll be here. Nick, thank you, brother. I love you, man. I'll see you in the chat room, right?
Right on.
All right, folks. So we're not going to be here for too long because we're going to wrap it up here. But I do want to let you guys know that if you do want to join the chat room, you can join there. The link is there. There's like a 30-day money back guarantee. If you don't join, you're insane, literally. So go ahead, give it a shot. Trade with Nick. You can learn a lot of stuff as well. And we're going to leave the link there as well. If you have any questions, you can reach out. The contact is there. You can keep in mind it's like 6 p.m. So the office is closed. I'm the only guy working. But if you email, I will definitely answer. So make sure to send an email. I'm going to put the contact there. Jim Cruz in the house, bro. I love this guy. He's been with us since like day one, I think. So um, I think I think that kind of wraps it up here. Let's give a quick air horn here for everybody here. I know you guys have a lot of good energy today. I wish that Nick wouldn't be sick. Trust me. I mean, I do this stuff sick all the time. I don't care. But when Nick is in the chat room all day, so like all of you guys depend on Nick to make trades and all that stuff. So obviously, PP says that Nick should have a lot of chicken soup. I agree. He definitely should have some chicken soup. Um, Benzinga schools worth. Yeah, I mean, Saruno, this is more than a school. We're talking about live trading. We're talking about trading, education. Having a trading partner, a whole bunch of more stuff. It can be whatever you want it to be honest. Um, Doc, Doc, just so you guys know, Doc is an OG member from the chat room. So if you see him there, say hello to him. He's definitely very helpful. There's a lot of helpful people in the chat room that like to help the new traders. So go ahead, give it a shot. I'm telling you that There's so many other places that I've tried as a trader that I just regret so much. All these pump and dump chat rooms, a whole bunch of garbage that I just regret joining. And I'll tell you, man, joining Benzinga is probably the best decision in my life ever. Not just as a trader, but joining the team here. So if you guys definitely want to improve your trading P&L, I don't know what more you're waiting for. This is your shot. 30-day money back guarantee. Literally, like I mean, that's insanely long. Like 30 days, man. Like, come on. If you don't take the deal, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I don't know what else to say. So Saranuva Doc says, "Love that man. Changed the way I make money." Yeah, Doc is definitely he's been around there, man. Nick is an entire book of home remedies offered by the team today. Yes. K1, your commission is expensive. Every broker charges a different commission. My personal recommendation would be to ask people in the chat room. Ask the people that are in the chat room because we have an international community. We have people from all over the world. They use a whole bunch of different brokerages. So you can go ahead and see what works best for you. Bry is asking, what restaurant am I chilling in? I am at Twin Peaks. I'm going to give you a quick overview here of what's going on here behind the scenes. This is Twin Peaks Hollywood. I don't work here. I'm just my internet was off because of the AT&T debacle, Comcast. If you those stocks, I would probably short them like till I die, because they're just horrible. Especially Comcast. That's the worst company ever, dude. So definitely don't get Comcast ever. Um, Saruna, yes. So Saruna, join the chat room, dude. I'm telling you, it's. I mean, all right. All right, folks. So I do have to log off here. I have 5% battery on my laptop, but go ahead and join the chat room. I'm going to drop the link here before I head out. Shout out to Jim. Shout out to Doc. Shout out to all the homies there in the chat. All these OG members. This is what's cool about it. Like, you see how we all get along, interact with each other? You're not going to find another chat room with this kind of energy and vibe. I promise you. So, all right. I put the contact there. I'm going to put the number so you can call if you have questions. Keep in mind, I definitely recommend emailing right now because the office is closed. So, all right, folks. So, peace out, brother Jim. I love you too, man. We'll see you guys in the chat room. And I think that does this for the day. So, have a good day. Stay safe. Happy trading. And just make sure that you're in the chat room tomorrow early in the morning because we do have some trades we're going to set up for Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, a whole bunch of other stocks. So, don't forget that. We'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Doc, I love you, brother. And I will see you in the chat room, man. All right. Stay safe, everybody.